Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and please do remember, if you do not like what I say, how I say it, or why I say it, then please do feel free to click off this video and go about the rest of your day in peace. And so today we are going to be doing another weekly reading for you guys, and of course it's going to be a pick a card as always. This week we're going to be covering the dates from July 22nd to the 28th, and for the first time I'm going to be using a new tarot deck. We're going to be using the Tarot of Sexual Magic, so I will of course warn you guys before I pull out that card. I'm going to pull one card from that deck to sort of represent the love energy that might be going on for you guys within this week, and I will also be doing some love readings here in the future, so definitely sound off in the comments about like what kind of love readings you would like me to do, if you want me to do weekly ones or a monthly one, or just what kind of thing you'd want in that regard. So yeah, but with that said, let's go ahead and also jump into what is the overall energy that we'll all be dealing with in this week from July 22nd to the 28th. And we got a pretty interesting card here. So for the overall energy that we will be dealing with in this week, we have the Hanged Man energy. So this is a major arcana, so this is definitely going to be an important week, and it's going to be a very important week just for kind of sitting back, taking a pause, and doing a lot of reflection. I feel like, you know, there's been so much happening, I feel like, and looking at all of my readings that I've been doing within the month of, you know, July, looking towards even the month of August, there's just been a lot of transformation, a lot of change that we've all been going through. There's been a lot of, you know, retrograde planets happening, a bunch of eclipses. It's just a lot of releasing things from the past and changing. And so I feel like this is going to be the week where it's going to be required of us to kind of take, at least at some point, a pause, a break, to really kind of meditate and, you know, kind of check up on how everything is going, you know, body, mind, and soul. And so, you know, this could also represent for a lot of us, you know, this energy of been putting something out there and needing to just kind of sit back and wait to see what the kind of response is to whatever we've been projecting or manifesting. So that is what's going on. I'm going to figure out where I'm going to set this dude. Let's see if I can get it to go right there. Yeah, I think that works. So with that said, now let's go ahead and get a more specific insight into what maybe is happening for you specifically in your week. So we have 3 piles as always, and so with pile 1 we have the little toothless little guy right here, or you can choose based off the stone. So the stone is a moss agate. In the second pile we have this Julian Arcana charm, which is also with the sodalite stone. And we have for pile 3 the Tatsune Miku little keychain charm, and with the opalite stone. So definitely take your time, use your intuition, and really pick which group is calling to you. So I'd also like to mention, since I brought up the Arcana right there, I've been getting some requests to use the Arcana Tarot more in my videos, and so for those of you who are requesting that, we're going to be using it in today's video. So with that said, go ahead, select your pile, check down in the description or the comments for the timestamp, and let's get this for those started. Of you who picked either the moss agate or based off this toothless little dude, let's go ahead and get into what is sort of the overall energy and things you have to know for this week of July 22nd to the 28th. So I'll be pulling 3 tarot cards to represent this overall energy for you guys. Okay, so we have 3 cards, and I almost forgot, we're also going to pull some charms. How could I forget the charms? Let's see. What is going on for group 1 in the week July 22nd to the 28th? What do they need to know? Okay, oh boy, we got a whole bunch coming out here. So let's go ahead and check these out. Let's pan the camera down a little bit so you guys can see that better. So for in marble, we definitely be thinking about your heart and your root chakra in this week. Let's see, what else do we got going on here? Boy, there's a lot of things happening here. So as far as zodiac signs go, we have the Aries charm and we have the Libra charm. So Libra is saying charming, Aries is saying courageous. So you guys could definitely have, you know, one of these signs in your chart somewhere, or both of them, or you could just represent sort of that energy, or those could represent maybe people you'll be dealing with in this week. Looking at the, we got, So I'm definitely seeing, you know, the butterflies are, of course, reappearing again. There are a lot of orange involved with that, so I'm definitely thinking about your sacral chakra. I'm thinking about transformation and change. You know, we also have the ladybug, so maybe good luck in love. We also have that heart charm. We also have the love, so maybe something new will be happening on that front, or something, you'll get some sort of news about that. You know, with the frog, I'm definitely seeing, you know, that could definitely be like a prince in disguise situation, or just a sense of you guys really adapting, you know, being very sensitive to your environment and how important that is. We also have this snowflake charm, so I'm thinking about, you know, I'm getting a sense that you guys are definitely a dreamy kind of group in that sense. You want adventure, you want travel, you want to see things change, and to have this sense of movement continuing. You know, there's an aspect of wisdom, of, you know, I'm getting a sense of attraction here, and there's a lot of the sea is coming into mind. So maybe you guys are taking a trip to the beach or something. You know, the sunglasses, you know, seeing something more clearly. I don't know why I'm getting just a sense of more so romance off of this group for some reason. Let's go ahead and also look at the cards that we pulled here and see if that helps. We have the Star card, we have the Hermit, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. So look at that. So we got two more major arcana. Of course, think about that overall element of the Hangman for the week. And so definitely, yeah. You know, there's a sense of you guys going after, I feel like, your dreams in this week. You know, there's some element of that, some sort of going on this hermit journey to really go inward, to discover something about yourself, about what it is that you are achieving. You know, there's a sense of really having good luck, I feel like, in this week for you guys. And with the Knight of Pentacles, so that could definitely represent somebody who's coming into your space right now. And, you know, we also have that horse charm. So that could definitely be like a sense of, yeah, like a knight in shining armor coming through. But the Knight of Pentacles, he's a much slower moving knight. So it could be that you're dealing with somebody who is a little bit slower to warm up, maybe, to you. Maybe you are more of a more fiery person, like that Aries, or you definitely could be a air sign. Or, you know, we also have Virgo represented here, so that's Earth. So you guys could definitely be dealing with a lot of that right now in this coming week. And so, again, you know, the Knight of Pentacles, he's slow moving, but once he sees his goal in sight, he strikes. He's very good in that. He's very practical. He's very focused in that way. And so, and like, wants to follow a certain way of doing things. And so I feel like for you guys, you know, it's all about, again, I'm getting the sense of you guys are taking a journey, and it might be more of a solo journey than with necessarily other people, but you could be meeting people on this journey that are going to help you grow. You know, you're going to be very anchored in what it is you're trying to do. Maybe it's some form of study or a specific goal, but I get a feeling of kind of seeing many different sights in this week. Like, even though you are kind of doing this solo journey and you're really going inward to like figure things out, you're going to be seeing a lot of wondrous things along the way. So let's also go ahead and pull 7 cards to clarify more of the energy of this specific week. What else could be going on for you guys? What else do you need to know? Okay, So let's go ahead and see what we got here. And so we have, let's push these up a little bit more. We have the 8 of Swords. We also have the Moon card, so you guys have more major arcana coming up. We also have the 8 of Chalices, so there's a repeating right there. You got 2 cards that have the 8. Oh, and that's like infinity. And that made me just think of these sunglasses again, because it's almost like that infinity sign, a continuous loop, you know, a cycle of things. Oh my God, guys. You also have the Lovers card. And we have the 3 of Pentacles. We also have the 5 of Chalices, the 2 of Pentacles, and the Initiate of Swords, which is essentially like the Queen of Swords. So, okay. Let's see. So, in total, you guys have 1, 2, 3, 4... You guys have 4 major arcana cards coming up. So yeah, once again, this is definitely an important week for you guys. It's going to be a week about choices for some of you, because we have, you know, the 2 of Pentacles coming through, as well as the Lovers card. Because, you know, the Lovers card is definitely a card about choices. And it's also, you know, it could definitely be a card hinting towards romance. And then with the Moon card, I feel like, you know, that's talking about removing of illusions, you know, coming to see the world in a different perspective. You know, the mystery of things is being, answers are coming. So some of these other cards here, you know, we have, let's push these back a little bit more. You know, the 8 of Swords and the 8 of Chalices. So, and also the 5 of Chalices. You know, you have been going through this thing lately where, you know, you could definitely have been kind of stuck in a mode of thinking, you know, believing that you're trapped in a certain situation when really you're not. And, you know, this is definitely related to looking at the past, looking at lost opportunities or failures or whatever it may be, and not seeing that there are still opportunities before you, kind of being blinded in that way. And so you make the choice, you know, again, the 2 of Pentacles and the Lovers card is also about choice. You make the choice to move away from this mode of thinking in this week. You're going to go on that journey of you know, your hermit's journey. You're going on some sort of trip. And while you have, you know, different responsibilities you have to take care of, you have to balance things out. There's a call here for you to work with others to help you to, you know, rely on other people. If like you need to take this trip away and move away from something, go to the people that you trust the most. Like, hey, can you like take care of my pet or my plants or when I'm gone? And they will be there to support you in that sense. You know, again, with that Star card, this is going to a point of healing, of rejuvenating yourself, of really feeling uplifted and, you know, hope again. You know, there's a sense of wish fulfillment with that Star. So, you know, and then you also have like the Queen of Swords. So using your knowledge, learning from your experiences that you've had, because the Queen of Swords, you know, she has been through rough stuff, but she doesn't let it tear her down. She always rises up again to reclaim, you know, her path. She uses those hardships to make her stronger, and she learns from them. That's what I feel like you guys are doing. And so you're making this choice. Things are becoming clear. The mystery of things are being revealed. This sort of sacred knowledge that you guys are gaining in this week. And so you're going to be able to make a strong choice and movement forward for your betterment. I definitely, you know, I'm getting that sense that you guys are moving towards something, and it's almost like it's a journey. That's what I'm getting. And so there is the echo of possibly you could meet somebody new on this journey. Maybe this represents a past relationship that you were just in, and so it's time for you to like start fresh. You know, be independent, and you know, this card is really standing out to me. You know, packing up things, leaving it aside, and then going out there and experiencing something. And you know, she's holding that staff, and that is what we see up here in this Hermit card as well. So yeah, you guys are definitely representing that. So let's go ahead and also pull some other cards to see, some oracle cards. So let's go ahead and start with this one to see, what energy may you guys be going through in this week. More specifically, what lesson are you learning? Okay. And so, oh my God. We have the card Utopia. So peace, serenity, and paradise. Yes, guys. Are you guys going on a trip? Like, seriously, like, for you guys, if you pick this pile, are you planning on going on a trip? Or is it like you want to go on a trip? Is something like that happening? Because, again, I'm just feeling that sense of some sort of, like, a vacation, some travel somewhere. It doesn't have to necessarily be, like, somewhere super far away, but I feel like it could lead to a much longer journey for you that is all for your betterment and for your growth, if that is the case, if that resonates. I mean, if this isn't about an actual physical trip or a journey somewhere, it's definitely an inner spiritual journey that you guys are going on. You could not be moving anywhere, but you're definitely spiritually, emotionally moving away from things, especially with that 8 of Cups. So with Utopia, this represents a burgundy azure color ray. Utopia, oops. So as I was saying, the Utopia resonates with that of soul bliss. The sacred ray is attuned to frequencies of harmony and healing. It transports the soul to otherworldly dimensions that intensely appeal to the soul's core. It blends all elements of ether, air, fire, water, ice, and earth together in a cohesive world of unlimited serenity. This expansive ray profoundly affects the soul's nostalgia to be transported to an ultimate paradise of perfect light and love. So give yourself a reprieve from chaos. Have you been experiencing a whirlwind of three-dimensional living? Now it's time to slow down and experience peace. You may be fondly recalling a past serene dimensional lifetime and be desiring to return to this place. The urge to travel or an opportunity for this may soon surface. A search for relocation to a more satisfying geographical location may be in order. The companion crystals for this are coral and azurite, and the companion essential oil is marjoram. So, yeah, I mean, that just echoes totally what I was feeling off both your charms and your tarot cards. This sense of wanting to journey somewhere, especially somewhere beautiful that you feel at peace in. So let's also go ahead and pull a card from the Ancestors and Angels guides to see what guide might be around you, helping you through this process. Okay, and so the card we pulled is Mountain, Stand Your Ground. So with the Mountain, this is definitely talking about needing to feel stable and, hold firm to what you believe in or are focusing on, because it's absolutely right. Know that heaven and earth are supporting you. This is all about staying strong and wise. You are rooted deep into the earth. You're reaching high into the sky. This is a sense of sort of, again, raising your vibration, working on that. This is a powerful energy because it's firmly rooted in the Great Mother and reaches high to the Great Father. If you are feeling challenged or pressured at this time, know that your spirit is more powerful than you think. You're resilient and grounded in the energy of air. The energy and air of the mountains is giving you the unshakable strength to be who you are. Take time to root yourself deeply in the energy of the earth before welcoming in the energies of heaven. If you're not sure what you need to do next, the Mountain card invites you to stay exactly where you are, talk things over with those around you, and know that change will come to you. You will be whole and well at the end of this current situation and will not stand in the way of your future growth and expansion. So a few things came to mind when I was thinking about this. So obviously, for you guys have a deep connection to both the elements of earth and sky, Mother Earth. So connecting to nature might help you a lot. And there was also that sense of, I was, connecting this to the Three of Pentacles, working and connecting with others and like talking things through. The other major thing is that maybe if you guys are traveling or you're feeling this itch to travel to the mountains, like go to some, you know, hidden away cabin in the woods to just kind of like be in your element. And if there's other people that you want to bring with you, make sure they're ones who, you know, are aligning on your path, that you feel are going to help you with this growth. So it's definitely, if that at all resonates, like that is what's coming through to me. And finally, let's go ahead. So here's my little warning. I'm going to be pulling from the Tarot of Sexual Magic. And so these cards, you know, some of them are a little bit more risque. So just be warned about that. But we're going to take and pull a card to represent, you know, what is maybe your love life situation happening for this week. And we actually just got 2 cards. Oh my God, look at this. Oh, this is... We have more major arcana, guys. Like, you guys are going through something major here. And so the cards we got are the World card as well as Judgment. Oh, and look at that. That's a progression right there. So I definitely feel like you guys in the love department are being... There's kind of a sense of... I felt like a challenge, but not like in a bad way. Like, you guys are being pushed to reevaluate what it is you're going through. You know, the Judgment card specifically in this deck is also talking about love at first sight, the magic of sound. Sound changes the level of the spirit, the unexpected burst force to transform a stagnant situation. So with that, definitely be very aware. I feel like if you are searching for some sort of romantic connection in this week, your guides might let you know when you've connected with the right person through sound. So you might have a lot of clairaudience in this sense. And I feel like, you know, with that sense of love at first sight, you guys could definitely, on your journey, if you are going on this journey, you could definitely just see somebody and immediately feel like this connection. And this connection is all about, you know, your gratification with that World card. You know, the magic of intimacy. Touch ensures continuity, a gratifying and complete relationship, peace and lasting happiness, a serene family. And we even have that sense of family. So if you guys are definitely wanting, you know, a connection that could lead to a very stable family for yourself, it all begins with you going through this process of removing the illusions and clearing out and taking a clear look at what your relationships have been like in the past, especially with like something like the 5 of Chalices here, as well as, you know, that 8 of Swords. You need to be able to move out of that and go into the state this week where you're working on you. And you might be surprised because when you least expect it, when you're not necessarily specifically looking for a love connection, it could pop up and it could be the perfect one for you. You know, again, that sense of the star, some sort of wish fulfillment. So yeah, that is definitely what I'm seeing for you guys for this week. If this reading resonated with you, please do leave a like on this video. Comment down below if you would like me to continue doing these weekly readings and what you thought about it. And again, if you guys are going on a trip, definitely let me know, because I'm really curious to know if, for you guys who picked this group, if that is actually happening or not. Because it seems to me from the cards that you guys are definitely going through some sort of journey. Whether that is a physical travel or just an emotional one, spiritual one. It's something like that. I'm definitely getting a sense of that. So yes, thank you so much for joining me for this reading, and I will see you in the next one. All right, for those of you who picked group 2 with the Sodalite Stone or the, you know, Julian charm, which is so funny because I don't know, maybe for you guys who picked this group, you are familiar with this character or not, but you know, in the game that he's from, he represents the hangman energy. So it's very funny that we got that for the overall energy of this week. So with that said, let's go ahead and dive into pulling 3 main tarot cards to represent the overall energy that you guys will be dealing with in this week of July 22nd to the 28th. So what is going on for you guys? What is your overall energy, group 2? All right, and then of course, let me go ahead and pull some charms as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and start by looking at these charms. We also have some little other messages, you have an active mind and a keen imagination. We also have, you will win success in whatever calling you adapt. We also have, oh my God, we express your talents in art and music. And finally, your talents will be recognized and suitably rewarded. Just off those messages alone, I mean in the sense that you guys are a majorly creative group. Like, you are super, super talented. And, you know, for some of you, it could definitely be within the arts and music, but not necessarily, you know. It's just the sense that you have a very active mind, and, you know, your imagination is amazing. You have so many cool ideas that can be turned into so many awesome things. And so, you know, this week could definitely mean that you are going to be gaining a lot of leeway in that. So we also have, you know, this marble, which definitely represents your sacral chakra. So definitely be thinking about the energies there. We also have the moon charm coming up here. What else do we got? What is this? Oh, wow, look at that. Okay, so definitely something that is standing out to me already is that we have 2 of these little palm charms. So I could definitely say that part of your talents could be that for you guys who pick this group, you are very, very psychic. You have some sort of psychic gift, and, you know, it could be in anything. It could be in one of the clairs. It could be something like tarot reading. It could be whatever kind of divination that you are talented in, but you have a talent for it. And, you know, we also have this arrow charm with the little heart on there. So definitely, you know, I feel like, you know, some sort of inspiration coming through definitely your heart center, you know, feeling very at peace. Again, we have that image of sort of the wheel reappearing here. So this could be just kind of steering your own ship, really going after your own ideas and your own dreams, and also just the sense of the cycle of the wheel. So if you feel like you've been maybe having some bad luck recently, your luck could definitely be changing. You know, again, that sense of, you know, innocence, of your inner child, like really embracing something in that way, and then, you know, it developing very fast and with a lot of stamina and a lot of strength into something new, you know, a kind of new growth for yourself, possibly, you know, unlocking the key to something. I definitely am getting a sense of a lot of inspiration, even with that dragonfly, you know, very swift transformation, adaptability, you know, survival. Like, dragonflies are amazing survivalists. You know, it's that you definitely research if you're not familiar with the life cycle of a dragonfly. It's some crazy stuff. So I definitely feel like that could represent you. Like, you've gone through so many different ups and downs, and it was all for that purpose of, you know, showing you what your innate talents are, because you were born with something very sacred and something talents from past lives. So let's also look at what the tarot is saying. What did you get? So we got the Queen of Wands. Look at that. We also have, what is this? 6, 7, the 7 of Wands. And then we have the 4 of Pentacles. So yes. So right away, you know, with that Queen of Wands energy coming through, you guys definitely are very talented. You are very attractive. You have a very attractive, warm energy about you that really draws people in. You know that you can shine, and you can really, like, light up a room when you come in. You know, it's all about following your passions, having a lot of control over your passions, and you know, the Queen of Wands is not afraid to express herself. She has a great sense of her personal power, as well as, like, her sexuality. Like, I definitely feel like that is true of the Queen of Wands. And, you know, she understands and knows how to wield her personal power. She draws strength and confidence from her will, and does so with charm and grace, which attracts a lot of admiration. She's very self-determined, you know, but in all of this, she's not self-centered. It's not coming from a place of ego. it's all about knowing who you truly are and the extent of your power, and being able to use it very wisely, acting from your place of power and encouraging others to do the same. So I definitely feel like you guys, with whatever your talents are, can really inspire other people. You just have to remember to be very gracious about it. And then with that, that 7 of Wands, this is all about needing to stand up for your beliefs, because it could definitely be like, what is right in whatever the situation that could maybe pop up. Because, of course, when you're somebody who shines in this way, who has these kind of innate talents, other people can be kind of petty about it. They can be kind of jealous about it. And so, you just need to be able to recognize those people. You use the wisdom that you gain from this Queen of Wands energy, and use your psychic gifts in that sense, and know like, hey, this person is trying to do some shady shit, and so I just need to be prepared to block any kind of fight, because they might not fight fair, even though I fight fair. But just standing your ground, and know that you're not alone. Doing what right isn't easy, but it's better than kind of taking it. And then finally, we also have the 4 of Pentacles, which is always an interesting card to try to read. And so it's definitely like, you guys, I feel like for you guys, it's all the sense that you trusting in your talents and your gifts and whatever divine inspiration is coming to you in this week can really help you to continue growing your base, continue bringing in that wealth. Just know and don't be kind of overcome by the materialistic side, because you guys have a lot of wand and fiery energy going on here. So you guys are very much based in that sense of spirituality. So don't let the material things kind of weigh you down, because the 4 of Pentacles can definitely go into that realm of the material becomes sort of a cage that you kind of lock yourself in. So definitely don't be doing that. So with that said, let's also go ahead and pull some more tarot cards, at least 7, to clarify your week even more. Alrighty guys, so we got a whole bunch of cards here. Let's go ahead and see what we got. We have the 10 of Wands. We also have the 2 of Wands. We have the Elemental of Swords, or essentially the Page of Swords. We also have the Chariot card. We also have the Sun card and the Star card, and finally the 6 of Pentacles. So you guys definitely, you have 3 major arcanas coming up for you guys in this week. So this is definitely, and they're all very, very good major arcanas. Like, for the most part, I feel like besides that sense of like needing to be prepared with that 7 of Wands, just in case somebody wants to try to start something with you, you guys are going to be having a very good week. Just also with the 10 of Wands, don't get overwhelmed by all of the work that you're doing. Like, understand that there's, with that 6 of Pentacles, there could be people that around you that you can rely on to take some of the burdens off you. You don't need to shoulder them all on your own, especially since, you're planning for something. Because with that 2 of Wands, you're making plans about where you're headed, what your major goals are, and sort of planning out the steps to do that. And you're going to have a lot of support in that, because with that 6 of Pentacles, this is the card of like charity, of giving back and, giving and receiving in that cycle of things. And so, you also have the Chariot card. So you guys could definitely be, there's a sense of a lot of movement in this week for you guys, as well as, just this overall, again, inspiration and major happiness and joy, wish fulfillment, success, celebration. It's all coming in. Like, you guys can maybe be taking a trip to the beach. You're another group. Like, I feel like this is a week that's going to be filled with a lot of people like going on trips, traveling or something, just like going out and having a good time. And with that Elemental of Swords, this is using your wisdom, still having a strong thirst for knowledge, for learning more things, setting out and, seeking out the truth of things. For you guys, communication. So yeah, like, this is, I think, for the most part, is going to be a good week. As long as you don't get, again, make sure that you're not taking on more than you can chew, and be aware of people that might, you know, try to start things. That might be just one person, or it may be just a call to, you know, people may be questioning why you're making the plans you're doing, or doing the things that you're doing, you know, questioning, you know, what are your dreams, what are your hopes, and you know what, if it comes out and you were sharing that and they're gonna turn around and try to like tear down your talents for whatever reason, like, you can definitely defend against that, and you don't need to listen to that, because you have so much positivity and happiness coming for you. So it's like, you don't need to worry about it. So let's go ahead and also pull a card representing any major energies or things that you guys need to know in this week. Okay. So, oh my God, are you kidding me here? Why did I know this was going to happen? I knew this was going to happen. I shuffled the deck. I put this back. This is also the card that the group 1 got as well. And I would say, like, you guys have a similarity to group 1 in the sense of, like, travel. And so with this Utopia card, it's peace, serenity, and paradise. And essentially, it's all about this sense of you feeling like you need to go to a place that kind of fulfills you in that way. You know, this is, Utopia resonates to that of soul bliss. This sacred ray, which is the burgundy azure color ray, is attuned to frequencies of harmony and healing. It transport the souls to otherworldly dimensions that intensely appeal to the soul's core. It blends all elements of ether, air, fire, water, ice, and earth together in a cohesive world of unlimited serenity. This expansive ray profoundly affects the soul's nostalgia to be transported to an unlimited paradise of perfect light and love. Give yourself a reprieve from chaos. Have you been experiencing a whirlwind of three-dimensional living? Now it's time to slow down and experience peace. You may be fondly recalling a past serene dimensional lifetime and be desiring to return to this place. The urge to travel or an opportunity for this may soon surface. A search for a relocation to a more satisfying geographical location may be in order. Companion crystals are coral, azurite, and the companion essential oil is marjoram. So, a couple things that really popped out to me was like, have you been experiencing a whirlwind of three-dimensional living? And so what really stands out to me in that way is like that Four of Pentacles, as well as like the Ten of Wands. It is sort of that sense of the you know, your tangible three-dimensional world and your work. You know, have you been feeling overwhelmed and like trapped by that? That's definitely the Four of Pentacle energy. And you know, that question of, you know, the travel, but more so the relocation to a more satisfying geographical location. And when we look at this Chariot card, to me at least, it almost seems like she's like packed up, you know, her things and is moving to someplace else. So maybe for some of you guys, it is this, you know, this sense of you guys are moving, and maybe, you know, you're buying a home, or you're, you know, renting a new place. And so that's why you have to kind of like go to, you know, the bank or something. You know, I'm getting the images in these cards are really standing out to me. Or it could just be that you guys are going on a trip, or that you guys are just coming to this point where you are wanting to make your environment more peaceful, more serene for you, and that's going to really help you to cultivate your talents. Because again, I feel like this is all connected to whatever your talents. I'm getting the sense that maybe some of you are musicians. But let's go ahead and also pull a card from the Ancestors and Angels deck to see maybe what they want to tell you, who might be around you at this time in this week. Okay, and so we have the Protection Guardian, drop your shields. Essentially, this card is like Archangel Michael in female form. So obviously, it's all about protection. Your guides are here to protect you in whatever it is you're doing. This is also about, I feel like, cutting ties to maybe those negative people that you need to defend yourself against, or it's like that defension, that you are divinely protected and your defenses are, you know, strengthened by the, you know, your guides being with you at this time. So Drop any shields of shame, resistance, and fear that are standing between you and your chances of enjoyment and fun, especially with that sun element here. Know that you don't need to hide who you are, the gifts that you have. You were born to shine. Didn't I say that with like the Queen of Wands and then with your charms here? Like, you were born with some really powerful, amazing gifts. So don't dim your light for anybody else. This guardian will help to drop any of your fear-based shields and move into a loving, protective force field that will keep you safe, but will allow your gifts to shine. You may have encountered shame or embarrassment in your past, but that is not your present. Angels are drawing close at this time to help you move beyond any limiting thoughts, emotions, and patterns that may be making you feel unsafe. Know that angelic protection is swirling around you at this moment and will help you move forward in a more fearless way. Call on your guides for help in changing your frequency so you can feel safe and protected at this time. You are stronger than you think, and your angels and ancestor guides are here to help you realize this now. So yes, definitely, you guys don't need to worry. You are going to be protected. Just, call on your guides when you need them, because they are there to help you through this process. And finally, we are going to go ahead, and this is the warning of, I'm pulling from the Tarot of Sexual Magic, and so these cards can be a little risque. So if you don't want to see that, then feel free to, fast forward through this part. But we are going to pull one card, at least one card, to represent what could be, the overall energy as far as your romance sector goes in this week. And so we have the Seven of Chalices. So this is definitely, that wish fulfillment. It is, the Seven of Chalices is also about, choices. This card specifically is the Flight of Fancy, the magic of the 4 leaves of mint. This penetrating perfume of mint is like the thought of our loved one upon us. It fuels the ideas and plans of love. So you guys could definitely be, if you are in a relationship right now, it's definitely all about, deepening the connection between you guys both, or you're just going to be meeting somebody. I feel like that, it's interesting it's bringing up mint. So definitely keep an eye out, or a nose out, for any sense of mint, because maybe that's somebody who is coming into your life may smell like that, and that's a sign that this is somebody that you can connect with in a very deeper emotional way, and they're going to help you with that wish fulfillment. If there's some specific desire that a love connection that you've always wished for but have never been able to perfectly find, that perfect match, this could definitely be representing of whatever that could represent. Whether that's an emotional or physical connection, there's a possibility this week of maybe finding it for some of you. You just have to be kind of aware with your senses, definitely your sense of smell. The thought of pheromones just came into my mind, so definitely keep that in mind. It's that, lots of different cups are before you with the 7. And so, follow your heart, listen to your heart, and that will allow you to choose the right one for you. So yes, that is what I'm seeing for you guys for the week of July 22nd to the 28th. If this reading resonated for you, please do leave a like on this video and comment down below what you thought about it, and if you want me to continue, with these weekly readings and all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next one. All right, for those who picked the third and final group with the Opalite Stone as well as the Hatsune Miku Charm, let's go ahead and dive into what is the overall energy for your week of July 22nd to the 28th. So we're going to start by pulling 3 tarot cards to represent that overall energy. All right, and then let's go ahead and pull your charms as well. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what we got for your charms. So we have, an admirer is concealing their affection for you. We also have 2 charms I'm definitely going to take as your representing your root chakra, a little bit of your heart chakra as well. We also have the fairy with the stars, so that definitely tells me, some sort of wish fulfillment or a I don't know why, a secret being revealed to you or some sort of divine inspiration. We also have the heart charm, so that definitely lines up with that sense of the admirer. We also, again, have that image of the wheel coming through. So, you know, either traveling, steering your own ship in a certain direction, or, you know, the cycle of things continuing. We also have the key, so unlocking some aspect, you know, with the bird, you know, hope, again, coming through, as well as that sense of inspiration. You know, maybe you're cooking up some sort of idea coming through. We also have the Bass charm coming through, so Bass might be a significant figure for you. Yeah, like little things are like coming up. I feel like some sort of messages or inspiration. And, you know, with that Bass charm, you know, she's the goddess of joy, of motherhood, of that feminine aspect, definitely protection in that sense. So maybe you guys are a group who particularly like cats in that way. I had to drink some tea. Let's go ahead and also look at, let's see if I get that closer up so you guys can get a look at that. Maybe there's something more significant there for you. Well, let's also see what is going on with your tarot. So we have the Five of Cups. We also have the Knight of Wands. We have the Ace of Cups at the same time. And oh my God, we have the Death card. Wow, guys, like this is... So you got one major arcana. You also have an extra card for your tarot right here. And so, especially with like these three cards, you know, with that Five of Cups, it's talking about a time where you've been feeling a lot of grief, a lot of sadness, kind of, I feel like reflecting on the past, on things that didn't go exactly how you planned. And this process, I don't feel like it's something that you're going to be staying and stuck in. Like you needed to work on this, and that's something that a lot of people were doing, especially, you know, last week with the Capricorn full moon, you know, releasing things that no longer serve you and kind of having to revisit those things that hurt you in the past so that you can, in order to, you know, to finally end them completely and see the new opportunities before you with like the Two of Cups that are still standing in this card. And with the Death card right here along with it, you know, totally, it's the ending of that phase for you, that the ending of that cycle. And that's with like this black gem, you know, it's that final piece of the sadness of finally releasing it and leaving that negativity in the past, closing that chapter, because you have so many new opportunities before you with that Ace of Cups. You know, this is new emotional fulfillment. It's the new beginning. It's, you know, definitely the possibility of new romance coming through, of new creativity, a new idea. All around, it is a super positive thing, especially on your emotional front coming through here. Yeah, you know, you're going to be offered this chalice, and it's very healing for you. It promises to soothe your soul, calm the spirit, and heal those old wounds. And that's also part of, you know, the death. You know, it's the ending of that cycle, that aspect. And so, you know, you're being offered a gift of love here, possibly. So don't be stubborn and receive it, and offer your own hand in friendship, beginning again. So these could be, you know, a new friendship on the possibility. But especially with that, you know, the heart chart coming up, a lot of this red, passionate energy, and, you know, your roots, your past, and also that message of an admirer concealing affection for you. And then we also, on top of that, we have the appearance of the Knight of Wands. Like, for you guys, you definitely have the possibility here of this week being the start of something new on the romance front, because, you know, or again, on the creativity front, because the Knight of Wands is representing all that passion, that fire. You know, he's also sort of that character of a foreigner from a foreign land coming to you, or you being put into a foreign place, travel, a lot of fast movement in that way. Very, again, passionate. So incredibly passionate and, you know, enthusiastic about things. Wanting to go out and discover the world around, you know. Very focused on achieving, you know, whatever this one major goal is. you know, if this is representing a person, you know, they're very charming, and when they meet you, if this is a romantic relationship or even just a friendship, they're going to be so focused on you, what it is you're doing, learning about you, you know, kind of this sense of tunnel vision on what it is that is important to them. So, you know, just going out and going for it. You know, recognize what can safely be put on the back burner so that you can reach for the prize you sought so long for. So yes, this is definitely so connected, I feel, to the Ace of Cups. So whether it is you're looking for something in a relationship that is romantic, or a friendship, or just a new opportunity for work, for your creativity, for your hobbies, whatever it is that can represent this, it's like you're leaving the things in the past, you're going through a rebirth, and then you're going to be, you know, beginning again, and it's going to be so emotionally fulfilling for you. So let's also go ahead and pull 7 cards to, you know, clarify this energy a little bit more for your week. So let's see what else may come up. Okay, so we also have, oh my god, you got the Novice of Chalices, which is essentially the Knight of Cups as well. We also have, the Six of Swords. We also have the Elemental of Wands, which is essentially the Page of Wands as well. Wow. We also have, the Judgment card. We also have, look at that, we have the Hangman, and that was also the overall energy for this week, was the Hangman. So you guys are especially in that element. We also have the Elder of Pentacles, which is essentially the King of Pentacles. And finally, we also have the 10 of Swords. So yes, that's just totally lining up, especially with these cards. So overall, for Major Arcanas, you have a total of 3 of them. So yeah, so that's definitely some important energies to think about. You know, this, through this death, you know, phase in this week of something, you know, you're gonna need to have a lot of trust. You know, take a pause, release things from the past, and it might even require you to kind of search back into your past lives and your past experiences. Maybe some of this that is coming up is related to your karma of the past, and so it might be beneficial for you to go back through that. You know, answering that call to start anew. You know, you're definitely going to be very clearly ending something that is no longer serving you. You're moving away from that and releasing it and letting it burn away into the past. And so with the other cards that we have here, you know, with that Elder of Pentacles, it's really using your wisdom, especially on the material front. Like, things are going to be fine, I feel like that for this week. You really understand how to work that area, and you know, again, I'm just getting that sense of really using your wisdom wise, because I feel like you guys are definitely a group that's more focused on this emotional center. It has a lot to do with your emotions in this week and your spirituality, because with the element of Wands, you know, it's that pure sense of the passion of the fire, and really learning something new in that aspect, wanting to go out and rediscover things in that sense. Again, travel possibly. And then we also have another element of Knights, and it's the Knight of Cups. Literally, it's, yeah, you guys definitely have a strong possibility if you pick this group and you're especially thinking about, you know, what could be going on romantically for me in this week. There's a new opportunity possibly there, because the Knight of Cups is super charming. He's, you know, that image of, you know, the knight on the white horse. And so, and they are holding that chalice, that one cup, and they could be presenting it to you. Or again, if it's not representing that, it's just you guys are going to be so, you're finally going to be completely refreshed, you know, kind of like that reset button, and going to be super focused on what it is that you want to achieve, and what's really calling to your soul and your heart. So let's also go ahead and pull an oracle card to represent any other energies you need to know for this week for you guys, group 3, for July 22nd to the 28th. What do you need to know? And we have exiled. So illusion of separation, disconnect, isolation. That's definitely a very hangman. I'm getting a very hangman sense of that. Needing to disconnect. You're moving away from something so that you can, find yourself again. So yeah, exiled resonates to the illusion of isolation and separation. All souls are innately endowed with a quest for both self and interconnection. However, clouds of illusion can sway the self into believing in universal separation, thus initiating states of segregation and disconnection. When limiting beliefs arise from past or present dimensional timescapes, the existing feelings of being exiled or outcast prevail. It is this encouraging ray, which is represented by the cerulean fire color ray, that swiftly rescues and reminds us the soul of its unison with all life forms and spiritual consciousness. You are not an outsider, and it's now time to engage into life and connect with others. Allow yourself to feel loved. It may appear that doors are locked, but that is not the case. Review your thoughts and allow the magic of life to help you. Acknowledge the opportunities that are right in front of you. The companion crystals are blue fluorite and garnet, and the companion essential oil is cinnamon. So yeah, that definitely immediately, that passage right there, feeling that doors are locked, and one of your charms here is the key. Like if that is a feeling that you've had, especially with that, this Five of Cups, and with the Judgment card, where we get a very specific image of kind of a past life regression and thinking back to that. Even on the Hangman, the Hangman has to go and trust and take that journey blindfold on their own, reminding yourself that you aren't alone. Like spirit and your guides are here to help you, and other people are too. You just have to, again, reconnect that you're never alone, because we're all made up of the same, that same connection of the overall essence of things. And so you can, sometimes that disconnection is needed for you to reconnect to just yourself. In a way, you're not just connecting to just yourself. You're connecting to the source of where you came from. And that is a huge, expansive sort of connection. That's what I'm getting off that. So let's also, that adds up to a 5, and you have the 5 of Cups. That's all. This is definitely related to that hardcore. And you move from this 5 of Cups to the 6, finally moving away, breaking it down with the 10 of Swords. Understand your past, and your past hurts. So let's also go ahead and pull a card from the Ancestors and Angels deck to see, what other additional messages they want you to know, what guy might be around you at this time. Group 3. Ooh. Oh, look at this. So you guys got the Spring card. See your seeds grow. So yeah, I definitely feel that that is so related to the Ace of Cups. Finally starting again, rising back up out of the dirt, kind of like the rising phoenix. That's that death card. You have to go through the death in order to, bring that cycle back around to rebirth. Spring is all about rebirth. So yes, it says, embrace the change that is on the horizon. Allow your dreams to become reality. So yeah, that's definitely, this is the section we're talking about. We're talking about the death and the Ace of Cups. Those wishes coming true. Spring is an exciting time because it has so much potential. Animals are coming out of hibernation. Flowers are pushing up. Yeah, I definitely feel like you guys, you've gone through this Hangman hibernation stage, and now you're transitioning out of it because you've learned what you needed to know from it in this week. And so, you are ready to bring to life all of your ideas, inspirations, and projects. When this card appears, you are moving into a space that allows you to really grow, expand, and create in a way you've never done before. There are opportunities for abundance, including financial growth, that Elder of Pentacles there. And if you're starting something new, prepare for a major expansion in your life and soul. When the Spring card arrives in the future position of a spread, or as the last card in a reading, it can also indicate that the coming spring will usher in important energies with regards to your question or intentions. So yes, I definitely feel like, this week could definitely be your spring in a sense. You know, you're starting something. You're rebirthing yourself and really going to be growing in a new direction. So here is that warning I mentioned where I'm going to be pulling from the Tarot of Sexual Magic, and so these cards could be a little bit more on the risque side, but we are going to pull one card to represent what could be going on as far as your love life situation in this week. Let's see, what do you guys need to know as far as your love situation in this week of July 22nd to the 28th. All right, guys, so you got definitely one of those risque cards out of this deck. And so you guys got the Four of Wands. So this is all about, you know, whether you're in a relationship or not in this week, or you're wanting to, it's all about this element of play, of really enjoying, you know, sexual intent is born of play and enjoyment, just as harmony is born of happiness. So this is all about, you know, in the traditional tarot, the Four of Wands is like the commitment card. It's marriage, it's celebration, it's people coming together and joining together. So I feel like whether or not you're in a relationship or not, it's all about whoever your partner may be, or you're meeting a partner in this week. It's all in this element of fun, of playing, of enjoying, just in the moment, you know, leading from this place of excitement. So again, with that element here of like an admirer is concealing their affections for you, you know, if this is somebody you know, they could express themselves in a very playful way, and that is how you guys will engage in things. So if you are receptive to that, which I definitely think, you know, if this person is, you know, this admirer who is approaching you, if you find them attractive, you know, if they're offering you this cup of their affections and you agree with it, definitely take it, because it could lead to just a very enjoyable time for you. And it's kind of that, you know, that spring energy, you know, having just a lot of fun and just that growth. I guess the one warning I would say is, like, especially if you're engaging in anything sexual, like, make sure that you're using protection, because again, with that spring card and with the Four of Wands, you know, just be careful, because that could definitely lead to other births of other kinds if you're not being careful. I definitely feel like that. Like, I feel like you guys are coming into this time where you're very fertile, so keep that in mind. But with that said, that is what I'm seeing for you guys who picked this group for the week of July 22nd to the 28th. If this reading resonated with you, please do leave a like on this video, comment down below what you thought about it, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great week.